That's hilarious.
We
Okay,
back.
y'all. Intermission time. It's over.
Did y'all go to the restroom, get your snack?
Right, right. We should. Okay, so next time this happens, we gotta do that. We gotta be like,
Break, intermission, time out.
we need like a
Go to
little
the
thing to
restroom real
come up.
quick.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We need a little thing to come up. No, I'm gonna do
Please
some
visit
research
our
though.
concession stand. Yeah.
You said
No, I
what?
told them. I told them we need to get you a second phone. They gotta donate and get you a second phone.
Is that what you said? I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't hear what you were saying. That's so funny. No, I need to use this other phone with him. Okay, so what am I going to be doing? Using the other phone to do the video?
Yeah.
I
Like
like
don't
that.
have.
I like this phone. Yeah, I actually could do that though. I already have. I do have another one that I can probably. It's just lower quality. I don't know how it will look, but we could try next.
Unless you wanna. Unless you wanna. No, you can't take your SIM card out. Um. No.
Oh,
Oh, can you?
I don't know, but I just feel like why am I? I can't be the only person
I know.
on Ustream getting
Mm-hmm.
my. I'm gonna have to research because what in the world? Like, let me find out. We cannot get phone calls while we're Ustreaming. Like,
What about if it's on airplane mode?
oh, Rod did tell me to do that, but remember last time I had did it and didn't work. I need to try it again.
Oh, it didn't. Mm.
No, we should have did it this time. So next
Well,
time, that's what it was. I was like, I knew there was a solution I had discussed with someone. Like, that's it. So I'm gonna try it. But the first time I did try, it didn't work, even though I'm on Wi-Fi.
mm.
But I was like, no, it should work. So we'll
Hmm.
see next time. So, yes, back to the
Anyways,
subject.
we got a good 50 minutes in without,
Yes,
you know,
without any interruption.
we got three people in the house.
Right.
Um, so we were talking about food and health and stuff like
Right.
that. Because
Mm-hmm.
first we was talking about the main topic, which was people and the things that they think about
Right.
Africa and whatever.
Expectation of money, and then we went into food, the health thing. What's another one? What's another like expectation if you can think of?
Oh, somebody did some
Like,
research for you.
oh, oh. Oh, Sarah, what's up, girl? Help us
Hmm.
out. From what is that?
So your app calls.
Hmm.
So that means nobody on Instagram, nobody on Facebook, nobody can call you from any of those. I guess the setting on your phone or in each
Right.
individual app. I don't know. Either
Right,
or, you
because the
can play
phone
with it.
doesn't work. The phone's on do not disturb, and that just doesn't matter. Like they still, but maybe I need to
Mm-mm.
specifically go into the apps and do it too.
Maybe.
Hmm. Um. Yes, thank you for that, sis. I'm gonna try that.
Hmm.
But I'm trying to think what else. Let me think if I can think of another like expectation. I guess there's a lot,
Hmm.
but I'm just trying to see if we have like give people more details, more describe more details.
Yeah, I just think
Oh,
that
okay.
people should just know. There's no way you're gonna know everything without experiencing it, studying it, and all this other stuff. So you
Mm-hmm.
can't expect to know what it's really like in certain countries and certain tribes and certain just like you wouldn't know what's going on in different states or different cities and regions in other states in our big old country that we was in.
Right.
I think that if you just come with on a humble tip of like I don't know instead of before you move somewhere thinking that you know because you only know the vacation spots, you only know the YouTube stuff,
Yes.
you only know, what I mean? Just know that you don't know. And
Yes.
if you come correct like that, then you can receive without that initial shock of like,
Yes.
shoot, because
No.
people think,
What
oh,
you're saying is
I want the
absolutely
real
facts.
African experience. Like, what's real
Yes.
African experience? This is Africa. This is real. We're live. Like, this is real. It don't have to be no one specific sitting on the floor type thing. It could
Right.
be anything. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that is most definitely right because I can say that for me, like even with this topic, even though of course there's got to be some expectations I had, like I said about the medicine and stuff like that. But I had to like really dig deep into the experiences I've seen other people, because I really did come here with a very like, especially the way I came with not expecting any of it. My expectations have been broken. Like I had figured it out that you should not be expecting anything. So my mindset of,
Mhm.
I even told you, like when we were in the hotel on the way here, I had, when we were still in New York City, I had did like this, my own affirmations with myself and not knowing the language. Like I was like, okay, like
Mhm.
I have to understand that there's going to be times that I'm going to be frustrated because I don't know the language, and there's going to be times that I could feel stupid about it, and I'm just not going to, I'm just giving it, like they be saying, like give it to God, let it go and give it like I'm just like, I can't,
Mhm.
I'm not going to have any like, oh, it's going to be like this, oh, it could be like this. I just have to let go. And that really did help me
Mhm.
to come here. And even when I came, like a lot of Senegal, even though of course there were, hard times, a lot of it just really felt familiar and at home with me. And I think that's because I came in with no expectations, with just knowing that it could be the whatever, like not good, bad,
Mhm.
crazy, like whatever,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mm. The traditional religions, yes. People expect people to be on the traditional um religions way more than they are, just
Mm-hmm.
because of what they studied, Yoruba, Santeria, and all that stuff.
Yes,
And people probably be
that's
thinking
very
they still be
true.
doing that in the major cities like that. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
like, and then people think because here a lot of people are practicing Muslims that certain stuff don't happen because everybody's perfect and well put together and don't sin and don't, you know what I mean? Like, oh, uh, women here don't cheat on their husbands, or men here don't be
Right,
promiscuous like that, or
right.
people don't do certain things before they get married. It may appear that some people don't do certain things, but if I could tell you stuff. And,
Yeah.
and it will surprise you. And that's something that I had to deal with because I was very surprised to find out certain things about people that I knew over the years. And I think it was just because, well, you know, you can find nice people. You know what I'm saying? You can find good, wholesome people. I'm not saying that. But like maybe a little more than some places. But
Mm.
because,
Yeah.
we be wild where we from. But
Right.
at the same time, like you think you see somebody praying in public, like in front of everybody in the living room on the floor, and then you find out what they be doing, and it's like, yeah, yeah, okay, because where we're from, you can be whatever you want to be for the most part. Nobody gonna really trip and judge. But I think here, sometimes people may be putting up a front or going with the motions and still doing what they do, but like they just gotta represent themselves in a certain way. So it's like
Yeah.
for
It's like they
for
feel like
us
they
coming
have
from
to.
right, for us coming from where we come from, it's like, why you even gotta do that? Like just
You ain't
be
gotta lie to
yourself
keep
like
me.
24/7.
Right. Right.
Exactly. But I think that people expect it to be like, oh, like I was surprised sometimes like they do that. I'm like, and so it took me some years to like be like, okay, they're just people. Like the culture is
Mm-hmm.
a little different, so it may look different to me because there's certain things that if people did in the States, what people do here, we would categorize them a certain way. So like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, somebody got married at 25, he's responsible, and this and this and this. And so somebody do that back in the States, you'd be like, oh, good job, whatever. That's he's young and trying to be serious, but not knowing that that don't necessarily mean what it would mean to us over there.
Right.
You feel
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you may look at something like that way more serious and sacred and like be like, that's why people don't be doing it that much because it's like, hey, nah, that's for, like, we have certain expectations and certain standards in certain areas, and then people here have certain standards and expectations, and sometimes it's just like you know, but it looks different to us coming from abroad. So we'd be like, somebody pulled out the door for me. They're such a gentleman and this and that. That don't mean in other ways that the person is gonna be a saint necessarily, or
Yes,
but we
yes,
judge in that way, like, oh, because they're from here,
right.
the women are so this and this and that, and they could
Yeah.
cook and they could this, but that don't necessarily mean
Mm-hmm.
that it's like wholesome Annie, Susie Baker, whatever that thing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
so like I think that that's a part of it too. Somebody told me like, oh, you got a lot to learn, how you dress and how you this, you don't cook and you don't. And I was like, if they only knew that half the people here got maids and don't be cooking like that, like but
Right.
they're like, oh, you don't do this, you don't do that, like you're gonna have to learn about but here is so free. Like people think that here is like restricted and
All
like
this pressure.
locked
Yeah.
down. Somebody
Uh-huh.
said, do they let women drive there? I was like, what are
Like,
you
what do
talking
they think?
about?
Yeah, but it's exactly what Sarah mentioned about the religion. People do think that, like, with me, like dancing everywhere in public, like I've had people be like, you're not supposed to do that. Like, do they argue with you? I'm like, no, like it's not like that. Like they just assume that because it's a Muslim country, of course, I don't need to be like in front of the mosque, twerking, but like. But it's not like that. Like they be out here
But she do
doing
be
the same.
twerking in the street though.
I do be twerking in the
in a in
street,
a su- in the
and
supermarket.
right, and like I'm still like the elders out here. They know me. We say hi every day. We talk. I do my little toothache. My little wool off. And there's like you don't feel all like extra judgy and stuff like that. I think that's like us. Like that's like coming here with the expectations and stuff. But it's like you have like that exists, and then there's also like not the pressure. Like I had someone before I came to the States, like when I started making the mistake of telling a few people that I was coming a few years ago. And this one girl, and she's like super conscious and all about, just everything knowing about like the black law and all that stuff. And she was like, why would you move to a Muslim country? Like, why would you move to a country that is where they're Muslim? Like, why would you want that pressure? And I'm like, well, they don't knock on the doors and ask you if you've accepted your life into, like nothing like that. Like, it's
Hmm.
not how it is in America, where certain religions are like pressuring you. Jehovah Witnesses are knocking on your door. It's not like that. It's just they're going to do their thing. They're going to be in their world praying and doing whatever, and then you're going to do your thing. So people do have that expectation for sure. I'm
Hmm.
just like, that's not the
Hmm.
case.
Yeah, Sarah says they think everyone is covered or don't drink. Like for real though, people be covering because of the dust where I live. Because the dust is
Right.
mad crazy. Like
Right.
a car drive by, like my locks, I gotta wash them like so thoroughly if dust get in it. Like I be wanting to
Yes.
cover too, because you be walking. I do my little exercise, and if a big old big rig drive by, I'm like covered, like
Yes.
whoosh. So I'm like, it's environmental for the most part because people wear the
Hmm.
face mask the same way. It don't be for the other thing. It just because all the dust, you just did your
Right.
makeup and whatever. Like, you don't be wanting to get dust all over yourself.
Right.
But
Yeah, because you really see both. Like, and then you go out especially on the weekends at night, and you can see girls, especially
mhm,
if you go to Almady or the strip over there in Simone. Them girls gonna be
mhm.
wearing them little skirts, and they're gonna have them little see all the sparkly little dresses that they love to wear.
Let me let me tell you, the first time I went to a club here was in San Luis when I met
Mm,
my husband.
mm,
I did not bring any club clothes because I was told certain things is conservative and won't. So I didn't bring nothing really, really, and I
yeah.
was in my 20s, so I could still wear heels then. And I wore this long, long, long skirt, like a beach flowy skirt. And I
Yeah.
walked in there and I see everybody in their 4-inch heels and like
Right.
little short,
Little hoochie mama.
sparkly.
Right.
And I was like,
Crop
I'm like
tops.
going through, I'm like, I thought I read in the manual that this
Right.
is like not allowed. And I was like,
Right.
oh,
Section
it's just
34
not.
of the Senegalese handbook.
I'm
Of
like,
the
this
African
is
handbook.
not what I was told. So I'm like, but
Right.
I thought, I asked a lot of questions. I was like, I thought people that practice this faith don't do this and that. And then it's like, after a while, it's like, oh, they're just people.
Yeah.
Like, they just people, just like everybody else. And so
Yes. And
that's what it
everybody got the
comes
internet.
down
We all
to.
influence. So
Thank you. Like,
yes.
so now when people be asking me stuff, I be laughing because I'm just like, what do I have to cover? What? Like, what?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
certain situations, I think it's just more society. Like, you don't want to be the only one in a bathing suit when everybody else is not wearing, like, just like a costume party. You don't want to be the only one wearing a Halloween costume when nobody else is. Like, those be the things. Like, but
Except
if
for
you,
me. No, I'm just playing.
but like, if you're the type of person that could deal with that, with everybody
Right.
staring at you because you're different, then fine. But certain situations, you might be
Yeah, you don't
shy
want
or
that.
feel a little, you
Right.
know, or you just don't want to get bit by mosquitoes, and so you wear you some little loose stuff with the to keep the. I mean, hey, you
Right.
know. Somebody said, how do they
Yes.
keep their shoes so clean? When I
Let's
find
talk
out
about that.
how my husband keeps his white Stan Smith and his, like,
Is
I
it
do not
magic?
know
Like
how.
is it magic? Is it voodoo? Because I just be
They're
like,
just
what
they're
kind of
they're just very clean people, and they have these toothbrushes that they use to, like, I'm
Yes.
telling you, like, everything gets dusty, and I'm learning that I'm not as good as at cleaning stuff as I thought, because I'll go walking in the morning, I have to come back and clean the dust off my socks, like hand wash my socks right after exercise. Like, I have
Right.
to, you know, some shoes I didn't want to wear because I'm like, it's gonna get dirty. But like, you gotta wear them and you gotta look cute. Like, nothing
Right. You
stops
gotta look
them
cute.
from looking good.
Yes.
Period. Dust will not stop them from looking good. They will figure
Yes.
out how to keep those white jeans clean. How you gonna wear white jeans and get in a taxi? You know you're gonna get dust. They must put a napkin down. I don't know, but
It's like
they
from not from this world. Like I literally be like, what is he gonna do with that outfit today? And it'll be like the end of the day, and it's still white. And I will wear like a white shirt, a white and another color shirt, and it's like messed up in an hour. Like I don't understand like the magic in that. Like
they be
now
they
I
be
will
walking
say
on top of the sand. I don't know how to
that's
do
what I was
that.
about to say.
I'm hoping I'm hoping that it naturally comes to me somehow, because I get it
Yes.
all up in my sandals, in my toes.
Ooh, your microphone is like it's it's echoing. I don't know if
I
that's
hear
my end or your
some. I don't
come
know.
on. Mute
Well,
your mic and then
okay,
it's doing like a weird like echo.
okay.
Yo, it sounds so weird. Can you? What do you guys hear?
Because you sound weird to me too. I don't hear myself, but
I why? What is this happening? What do you guys hear? What
I
about
don't
now? I
know.
still sound weird. Oh yeah.
They hear it's time to go. It's only
Right.
De
That's
La
very true.
Sound.
What is up with my sound?
Is that phone? Buy her a new phone.
This phone is so new.
That's a new phone. Ooh. Okay, so I don't know what happened. I guess I'm live by myself. I think, or maybe she'll come back in because this her deal. Anyways, I think everything in the environment is telling us that we gotta go. So let me just see if she comes back. If she don't, then we're gonna go. Am I still live? Am I still live? I didn't think I could be live without her being live, but it say live. Sound like you got an IG ghost. Let me see if I'm still live before I get off of here. Oh yeah, I'm still live. Okay, so I think I will close out. I think that's what she would want me to do. Um, Thank y'all for riding with us. This has been another episode of Repat No Cap. I am your one of your hosts, Afro Millennial Mama, also known as Aisha, and the lady you saw on this side of the screen was De La Soul. We will be back, God willing, if the creek don't rise next week, if we feel like it, and if we don't feel like it, we'll be back when we want to be back. But it'll be on a Sunday around this time. All right, y'all. Thank you. You like my dress. Thank you so much. We'll see y'all on the next episode. Peace out. Adios. Bye.
Oh my God. Okay, let me try to call Aisha, y'all, because the phone is being hella weird. Aisha done said bye. This is some real, this is some real no cap. I should have called her before I came in here. And I don't even know how this live is going. My phone shut off. It just did a whole like Men in Black memory shut off. And let me see. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can get. Obviously, the show was over, right? Like, let me see. Hold on. I'm so sad. I mean, I wasn't really about to talk about this floating on the sand thing. And then it just pops back in on live. I come back in. I'm scared to like. I have my phone on 2 chargers right now because that's how weird my phone is being. I don't see you though. Aisha said she's in here. That is so weird that it even kept you. Uh, okay, guys. Let's let the universe is speaking. Like show's over. I wanted to give a formal goodbye, but it doesn't look like it's working. So catch us next weekend, guys. Next Sunday. We will not be having all these technical issues. Repat, no cap. It's exactly what me and Aisha said that we wanted with this show was just complete rawness and just not, just the unedited version of us. So that's what you guys are getting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this show tonight. I definitely did. I know my girl did as well. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. And until next Sunday, thank y'all for rolling with the sisters. Peace out.